Medieval games are few and far between, at least the good ones are. I've enjoyed games such as Mount and Blade and other games, however nothing really grasped for me until I met Chivalry. Chivalry has been at the top of my favourites list for the last 6 years. Yet, a new contender arrives, Mordhau. I know it's not fair to compare a game that came out in 2012 to 2019. However, I'm going to see and show you the differences and the improvements that Mordhau has over Chivalry to see if it can replace Chivalry from the top spot in my Steam library with Mordhau on it. Now, we'll start with the graphics. Obviously there's a graphical improvement. The graphics are absolutely stunning in Mordhau. Moving on to the environmentals and deployables. The ability, when you take a certain point within the map, to be able to blow up a tower or to be able to deploy a barricade or a wall of spikes. On top of that, there's the deployables, which can be placed anywhere within the map. Sometimes this can be used to troll, and sometimes this can be used in very strategic ways to prevent people on horseback running through your line. The ability to make spikes, walls, and a ballista. Looking at the controls feel more fluid within Mordhau. Having a directional attack opposed to button presses. If you wanted to strike left, you'd press the left click. To block was the right click. And then there was mouse button 1, 2, there was scroll wheel up, scroll wheel down, and mouse click in. This came a bit cumbersome for me, and because of that, I mainly stick to archery. Now, looking at the archery, I much prefer it in Chivalry. I don't know why, maybe it's just an easier game mode to play with archery. But in Mordhau, it doesn't quite feel like it's all there. Maybe it's just me, but I'm not a fan anymore. I've moved more onto a man-at-war or man-at-arms build, even though in Mordhau there is no builds, per se. It's based off a perk system. You get given a certain amount of perks and you can spend this however you choose. This creates more replayability and more unique build designs. From a class cannon build to more of a tanky build, or you can go somewhere in between. There is a lot of customization and this does play into cheese builds, however we'll get into that a little bit further on. There was one very unique build that I saw and it blew my mind. He had no armor, no weapons, and all he spent his points on was perks. And when I looked at the leaderboard, he was near the top. So even though there are so many different builds that you can play, it doesn't mean that you don't require skill. And that was a big point within the game that I enjoyed. The growth, the development is there. Talking about cheese plays, there is a lot of plays that don't quite work, or should I say, have a bigger disadvantage than others. But the ability to see your opponent, figure out he's got no leg armor, and be able to strike up and do some critical damage is phenomenal. It increases the game knowledge and the experience required to play the game. There are some bugs. Even though Mordhau isn't classed as an early access game, there is some bugs such as the AI, where if you play the game mode where you just verse AI, you can just stand on a ledge and fire down at them and they just take it. It seems weird to me that they don't quite adapt from this, but it is what it is. There's another game mode as well, which is the Battle Royale style. Not for me, played it once, never again. Then there's the front line, my main game mode I play. This pictures 2 player teams against each other. However, there is still some more minor bugs, or perhaps things that should be improved, such as clipping, being able to place the bear traps on the floor under some rubble I'm not too sure why that's not been patched yet. There's also a big thing, which is not being able to vote kick someone out of the game, because sometimes you have one where someone will just play and all they'll do throughout the whole game is team killing, and there's no real penalty or punishment for that. I think that the respawn time is a little bit higher, just like it is in Chivalry. I think there should be some more stricter punishments for people who are just ruining other people's experiences. Now, Chivalry has been on my favourites list for almost 6 years now, and unfortunately today is the day that it has been replaced with Mordhau. Here is a few clips of my cheese players playing around on the bridge. I even got an achievement for it. Thank you for watching, take care. If you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. Drop a like and a subscribe, it means a lot to me. Thank you very much.